Aries, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will take you from the 21st to the 28th. I'm asking for clear-cut, straightforward messages for the sign of Aries. And I'm sorry about last week, Aries. I had no idea what happened with your... I know I got one video out, but I had major issues recording your video. I don't know what happens that way, but I didn't want to leave you out. I didn't mean to hurry your video either. I had recorded it about 7 times and it just would not recognise the video. So onwards and upwards, guys. This is this week's reading. So please clear-cut messages for the lovely sign of Aries. What's going on? So what lies behind you is the beautiful Fool card. Oh my, what a beautiful energy. Okay, the gift is the Five of Pentacles. So look, the Five of Pentacles is coming as the gift. If it was a challenge, it'd be a different story. But let's see what's happening here. The challenge is the Ace of Wands, okay? The Ace of Wands is the yes card. It's about birthing a whole new chapter in your life. I'll clarify why the challenge, okay? Other people are showing up for you as the Queen of Wands. This is how you're showing up for other people. So you're very, very much in your power here, Aries. Very much I am and I will, okay? The Wand energy is all about actualization of the life force. Very, very much, very powerful Queen. This is turning up as a relationship card. The Queen of Wands tends to be a very, very hot connection. The Seven of Cups is underneath the Five of Discs, okay? So there might be a little bit of confusion going on. You've got 2 sevens. The Seven of Pentacles is your outcome. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. Very interesting reading already, guys. You've got the Fool and the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I mean, these are 3 of the most powerful, potent, exciting new beginning cards, yeah? You don't really get much more than that. And then you've got 3 other cards about being like 3/4 up a mountain, some indecision, some confusion, okay? Now clarify all this for me. What's the Seven of Pentacles about for Aries, please? Because it's the advice, it's really important. Your advice is the Three of Cups. So some of you probably have friends, probably have relationships where you can go and let your hair down. Go where the joy is, Aries. So where we go where the joy is, we go with people who set our hearts alive, a bit like the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So I think there's a bit of clarification required here about why you're in these 7 energies. Because the 7s are, it's like you've been walking up a mountain and you're 3/4 there. But you need this activation of energy to keep you going and to push you forward. And maybe that's where the Ace of Wands is a challenge. So let's look at what's behind you. I mean, you don't get much more excitement than the Fool. This is about a desire for a whole new life path, okay? But the Fool is a very, very important card because he is the 0, okay? 0 point. We all want to be living at this point. So when we're at 0 point, we're not carrying a lot of karmic debt, karmic obligations. It's very much this desire to birth a new life. Now, let me carry on. The gift is the Five of Pentacles, which is a very interesting gift. The Five of Pentacles is traditionally a card of insufficiency and lack, okay? It can be low self-esteem, it can be financial lack. Some people would argue they're exactly the same thing, but this is your gift. It's almost like some of you might be in a life situation where you feel separate. You feel the sense of separation, not much connection. And because it's a gift, it's the Five of Pentacles that's propelling your destiny forward. Because quite a lot of us wouldn't move if we were not activated by the energies of the five. They get us going, Aries, by the way, to make very powerful life decisions that are based on this desire for a whole new chapter. But getting the Ace of Wands and getting this energy seems to be a challenge for you. And I've no idea why, because Mars is in Aries. And it might be just because there's still a little bit of contemplation and confusion. But bear with me. Why is the Five of Pentacles the gift for Aries? It's with the Ace of Cups. It's almost like, I might only be reading for a few people. The Ace of Cups is obviously love. I mean, it's divine love, it's human love, it's also self-love. And some of you are having this gift of love. And sometimes when we get a gift of love, we see parts of our life where we don't feel that love. And this is a gift. It's almost like, you know, if you're in an unhappy job and your self-esteem gets really high and you get to a point of, I just can't live this way anymore. That's a little bit what this is saying, Aries. But the challenge is activating that Ace of Wands, which will be activating the impulse to go forward. Now, the Queen of Wands is a funny one because all the queens are quite passive, okay, because they're queens, they get other people to do their job. The Queen of Cups tends to be an active queen, but this Queen of Wands she is standing still. And I don't know if for some of you there feels a bit of a standstill in your relationship life. There's a lot of energy, but maybe because that Ace is a challenge, some Aries are still building the what do you call it? The momentum. Because where we all fail, Aries, is we desire this new beginning, but our security needs kick in. And our security needs will tell us, well, it's best to stay small. It's best to stay in a situation even though we're not satisfied. This is where the battle happens, guys, for everyone. This is the soul's journey through life, and we all meet it. And there is one sign that's got the power to break through it. Probably Aries and probably Scorpio, okay? Because you're in the Seven of Cups energy, so you're a little bit confused here. Okay, why is Aries confused? Yeah, you're confused over a relationship, guys. And I think for some of you, this Five of Discs is the gift, because there might be a relationship where there's not much connection or there's separation. And the Ace of Cups is seeing the way the divine sees, okay? Look. And it might just be for some Aries, you're in a situation which no longer fulfills you, guys, by the way, but you're not fully ready to take action yet. Not with two sevens, because the advice is the Seven of Pentacles, which is still a card of contemplation. And you're contemplating in order to go forward to the next step. So waiting time is not wasted time, because what's been built here is more and more power and more energy to go forward. You also got the Three of Cups as the advice card, which I would go out and have fun times with people. I would go out and have fun with my friends. I'd laugh without pressure. Very interesting. I want to know why the Ace of Wands is the challenge for Aries. It's almost like something's blocking this life force. And I don't know if it's just because most of you are still a little bit in contemplation and confusion. Don't beat yourself up, Aries. Just be kind. Everything happens in our own timing, in divine timing. It just does. And sometimes when we've got a lot of sevens, it means we're getting ready to take action. The Ace of Wands is a challenge because of the Queen of Cups. This is the Queen that does go forward, by the way. So there's maybe an awful lot of compassion and care and feelings going on here, but there's not action happening yet. Some of you, again, I felt that last week, might be starting a brand new love, but getting it off the ground's a challenge, okay, because there's still separation, but that's the gift, which means the energy is still building in the sevens, and once it gets to the 9 and the 10s, it's becoming fruition, yeah? Some of you have definitely met someone else or a new relationship here that's maybe not fully coming to union. Some of you might be leaving or contemplating leaving a relationship, but getting the Ace of Wands, which is also a bit courage. I don't mean that in a patronising way, but there's maybe a sense of still feeling compassion and care towards a person, and it's making an awful lot of things quite confused. And I think for some Aries, you're making things harder than they need to be. Because if any of you are contemplating a separation, sometimes a separation is the biggest act of love we could ever give someone. It all depends on how we're viewing the situation. I love the advice. So the advice is to chill out a little bit, take stock, and go and have some fun, Aries. That's what the Three of Cups is about. These people fly free because they've released what was holding them down. Some of yous are allowing yourself to be quite bogged down with something. And it may be to do with the fact that there's a lot of compassion or a lot of feelings towards whatever it is that's making you getting this ace, getting this decisive energy to propel your life forward is the challenge, okay? But you know what I would do, Aries, if I was you? If I was in a couple of sevens energies, I would just be in those sevens energies. Because if we don't give them too much energy, by themselves, they'll build up until we get to that final decision, that final place where we all need to go. This is either, a lot of you, there's a new relationship, and for some of you, there's an ending of a relationship. That's the reading I'm getting, Aries. I cannot not give you the reading I've got. If it doesn't apply to you, I'm really sorry. Just be generous to other people, because the Ace of Cups is the good karma card, and you get good karma through the energy of love and generosity, guys, okay? Very interesting. I'll speak to you next week, Aries. Bye.